Hello, and welcome to this edition of the Bias Sports Review. I'm Ben Hoy.
And I'm Cordell Cummings.
This past week, Brockport's men's basketball team faced up against Hobart College in the Jim and John Vlaginitis gym. Now, Cordell, what were the stats telling us before the game?
Well, Ben, according to this clipboard right here, Brockport had a 112.2% chance of beating Hobart. As always, this can be confirmed by the way each team warms up. As you can see, the Golden Eagles are prepping for the game with an organized shooting and rebounding drill. On the other side, Hobart seems to be doing some sort of strange yoga and dance hybrid.
If we pause it here, you can also see Brockport's head coach, Greg Dunn, lurking on the sidelines. Coach Dunn has been coaching this team for 10 years, and if there's one thing he's learned, it's how to get it done.
That's right, Ben. This guy is a legend. Now, as you can see, the bleachers are completely packed with fans all waiting to see what his plan for the team will be.
Tipping off the first half, Brockport senior David Clark sinks a nice three for the lead. And about a minute later, Josh Nelson follows suit with another three from the corner.
Then a Hobart forward goes for a layup and slams the ball into the side of the backboard.
Hobart is an old man's name, and these guys are clearly embracing that in the way they play. Shortly after, Brockport number 23, Justin Summers, destroys the Hobart defense with a massive dunk. If we turn on the audio for this clip, you can even hear a booming sound. Now, that's the sound barrier being broken by the force of the dunk.
Later on, as Hobart tries to complete a pass, the ball is thrown way off and effortlessly intercepted by number 22, Ham Sham Slaudine.
With just about 16 minutes left in the half, David Clark swishes another gorgeous three-pointer, which is so beautiful it makes two of his teammates collapse to the ground.
Now here's a guy that can take a basketball, slow dance with it like he's at a senior prom, and then drop it off at the net before 11 p.m., just like his dad asked him to. David Clark is the background on my phone for a reason.
That's right, Cordell. It's hard not to love Brockport's basketball team, even for Hobart. In fact, in this shot, a Hobart player even takes a break from defending to applaud a nice pass a Brockport player makes.
And all the while, Coach Dunn is pacing the sideline, watching and waiting to get things done. We're now down to 8 minutes left in the half, and Ham Sham Slaudine shoulders his way through the paint for an amazing drive.
Ham Sham Slaudine is rumored to be the long-lost fourth son of LeVar Ball. This guy has an average of 23 points per game and is the leading scorer on the team. Here he is again with another drive that makes the Hobart defense look like a bunch of wet sandwiches thrown out onto the court.
Meanwhile, a Hobart forward goes for the layup again, and the ball doesn't bounce off the side of the backboard because it misses the backboard completely.
This type of garbage ball would make the Vlaginitis brothers ashamed to have in their gym. Vlaginitis may sound like a horrible disease, but it's nothing compared to the bad name Hobart is making for themselves.
The Golden Eagles, on the other hand, continue to flex their muscles as their number one loss into number 23 for the alley-oop.
And to finish off the half, David Clark dunks the ball like an Oreo, giving Brockport a 37-32 lead.
Now we're in the second half, and we start off with Justin Summers stuffing a Hobart forward's layup like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Then Hobart number 5 tries to show off his moves, but Ham Sham Slaudine steals it like candy from a baby.
5 minutes into the second half, we have Hobart with yet another horrible miss. Brockport gains possession, and then a minute later, Ham Sham Slaudine drives through not one, not two, but 4 Hobart defenders for a layup, and bam!
Ham Sham is no sham, but he sure is a ham on the court.
Later on, as Brockport makes an offensive play, you can see that Hobart number 3 starts to pull up the legs of his shorts in a clear attempt to intimidate Brockport.
There's no question about it, Ben. These are fighting words, but as always, the Golden Eagles show their moral superiority by ignoring the challenge. And a few seconds later, Tyler Collins sinks a three-pointer from well beyond the three-point arc. This guy is not fazed by anything.
Collins' shot was a fadeaway, which is a perfect representation of Hobart's hopes and dreams of becoming anything more than a complete failure. Just moments later, as Hobart tries to make an offensive play, number 3's bounce pass pathetically bounces off the shin of his teammate, is picked up by Ham Sham Slaudine, and we all know what happens next.
That's right, Ben. Sham Slaudine has more handles than a bike made for a centipede. What a play.
At this point in the game, Hobart starts to lose hope. Over on their bench, you can see one of their coaches wiping the tears of Hobart's players off the floor with a towel.
Here we have Hobart number 2 attempt to simply hand the ball to his teammate from 2 feet away, but somehow his teammate misses the catch, and the ball of course goes to Ham Sham Slaudine, who of course scores another 2 points. Then with about 6 minutes left in the game, Hobart's head coach has a temper tantrum at the refs and get a technical foul.
There's no other way to say it, Cordell. This man does not know how to get it done.
In the last 3 minutes of the half, Hobart misses a 3 by at least 18 inches. One of the refs slaps the other one in the butt, and Abraham Shambam gives Hobart one last slam to the diaphragm by scoring the winning point.
Well, Cordell, the Brockport Golden Eagles once again completely wiped their competition from the face of the earth.
That's right, Ben. In fact, Hobart's destruction was so massive that the entire team literally disappeared from existence after the game ended. If anyone has any information on their whereabouts, they are encouraged to call the local authorities.
Thanks for watching the Bias Sports Review. I'm Ben Hoy.
And I'm Cordell Cummings.